Hey guys, so a lot of people have been asking me to share my Sharen build for the speed kills that I've been doing on the GLUTTONY, and I figured I would make a video just going over the whole character and her use and what I would change. This is the video of our 8-second GLUTTONY kill. Let's look at it real quick so you can see what it does in game. So this is my setup that I use for speed kills for boss fights and so colossi. The whole build revolves around the battle simulator rounds. What this does is just applies a 40% defense down and a 40% electric resistance down to the Colossus. The way I set it up is to have a lot of duration, so it lasts twice as long, so 20 seconds, and enough cooldown, so I always gonna have it up at all times. Even if you don't go for like an insta kill, like a 10-second kill or something, this is very important because like the damage output that you're gonna do with this ability alone, it's literally the highest buff that you can get in the game. Like nothing compares to this amount of the damage increase, obviously if the Colossus is weak to electric. What are we gonna do is, so maximize duration, a little bit of range, just so the skill is easier to hit. Work a Tightrope to get us a 30% increase of arm attack. We don't care about skill power. A bunch of HP just to get more skill duration. Short focus very important as well, because you get 15% of arm attack power damage. Conditional recharges depends, like if you want to max your damage, it's really strong. The reason why we're using this is basically it's gonna suck your HP and keep lowering your HP. The reason why is because we want to maximize the outcome that, from our annihilation set. So like the lower HP that we are, the more firearm attack we get off of this. So yeah, that's the reason why we're using conditional recharge. I don't recommend using this on a normal scenario, like a normal boss fight. Same for Walker Tightrope. I wouldn't use this if you're just going for a normal kill, like let's say on a day one of the new Colossus that is coming, the Deathstalker. I would just go for what is it? Danger Ambush. It's just like much safer to use. Like to use this one, you need to be a 50% lower HP, and so if you have a healer or like you just try to play safe and you don't care about like speeding through the fight and you want to be safer, you just want to get it done or something, I think a Dangerous Ambush is just like a much easier mod to use. Nice damage, not as much as a Tightrope, but at least you don't need to have 50% or lower HP. And then we got Nimble Fingers MP conversion just for the cooldown. So that's literally what we're doing. We're literally just spamming our third ability of cooldown. I mean, not off cooldown, but when the duration ends, when the skill ends. Another trick that we can do is proc Ambush, which is a buff that you get when you come out of the Invis, the second ability, and you get like 100% increase of your first shot. And if the boss is not targeting you, you're gonna get also the Assassinator 15% attack damage that you get here. So it's pretty nice buff. And since we have a lot of cooldown, we have 6-second cooldown, we can literally just use this on for instance on a sniper, or I mean anything really, and you get like a bunch of more damage this way. You can just take this off. If you want to go for a safer setup, you can take it off. Conditional recharge, you can put like more HP, like increase HP. You can put like a defense, or you can even put what's it called, the resistance. immunity, I think. Immunity, yeah. Depending on maybe if there's like immunity thing or whatever, you can put something like this. Spear and shield, iron defense, I don't know, something that gives you defense. But yeah, you don't really need too much. Like, you can literally just get the main core of the super build just by using just a couple of extra catalysts. You don't need to use much, like many. Like if you see here, I think you get like two. You get two of these, I think, I don't remember the base, and then you can just get like a bunch of duration, two cooldown, and short focus, and you're good, in my opinion. So yeah, this is a really strong build. We're using an annihilation set, reactor, anything does the job as long as you have cooldown and duration up. You don't care which reactor it is. Weapons wise, you kind of want to have the Sharen using the devotion, because this devotion is the main support weapon. What this does basically, whenever you hit the crit spot of the weak point of the Colossus, or I mean any enemy, you apply devotion mark, which decreases defense by 30%, and this is multiplicative with our Balto Sweet Melting rounds. So you want to basically just keep firing this weapon and keep hitting the weak points as much as possible, just to keep the debuff up at all times. Stats wise, this is what I have. I mean, you can just go for maybe like a bunch of crit hit rate over the weapon change speed. I have this for like speed kills, so I can swap off the gun much quicker. You don't really need like that much damage, like you're not the main DPS guy, so yeah, I figured it's better to go for like a change speed rather than crit hit. Crit hit is nice, don't get me wrong. The base gun has wait, what is it? Every time details here. The base gun has 45, so if you get like 10% here, is literally like you get up to 50%. Plus, if you see, my crit rate is 60%, and I don't even have I mean, I have just one mod, so you can really like get some serious damage from this, but I don't think it's like this is the main gun to do damage. You're meant to be a support, so that's why I have like a couple of setups. This setup here has 15 shots in a mag, and this setup here, it just gets me to a point where I'm trying to shoot as much as possible, literally. This is not for like a speed kill build. I mean, it kind of depends, but this is basically with payout, which basically gives you 3 rounds for 3 seconds. So you literally just keep shooting the gun, and with double mag you have 15, plus you get 3 seconds for free damage. So as you can see, like, you're shooting for a long time. The next two setups are like kind of the same. I'm using special sight because this gives me, for every single shot, 30% weak point damage, and the reason why we're not using weak point, because this is a one hit and then it goes a cooldown for 5 seconds, and since we're shooting like a lot, we're spamming this gun, we keep shooting the gun, like this 30% is much higher than outcome rather than over the weak point expansion. You can mix and match. I mean, depends on what you want to do, what kind of fight you want to do, but these are my go-to setups. This has weapon change speed, again, for like speed kills, like you want to swap your gun to like a executioner or sniper or whatever, like you want to finish off the fight. So yeah, weapon change speed. But if you just keep shooting, you can use this. You want to do more damage, and if you want to be more supportive, so keep up the debuff up a little bit longer, you can use payout. Then next is Clairvoyance, or we can use Greg. The reason why we're using those two guns, I mean, Clairvoyance is just to apply the Analysis Master as fast as possible. I have weapon change speed, I have a big mag, so I don't need to reload it, and I mean, eventually, if you have a VS in your team, you can also apply the debuff, but that's not the main thing. Or I'm using the Greg. The Greg has a lot of damage output, like it's one of the strongest weapons in the game at the moment in terms of damage and DPS. This goes super strong on GLUTTONY because it's fire. And this is my setup for damage. Instead, if I want to use for my support setup, I'm using this again, weapon chain speed and analysis master. This mod here is super important. You want to, if you're fighting a Colossus, you want to have this at all times. And as you can see, it has a 10-second cooldown, and the debuff lasts 10 seconds, so you literally have it up all the time. What this does is basically gives you much higher hit rate on a Colossus. Every Colossus has like a different kind of resistance, different amount of resistance, and you cannot like go off through it. You're capped, and this helps you mitigate that cap. Yeah, it's literally just a 25% more crit hit rate, literally. You can just go, you can do like, you apply the devotion, you shoot the devotion, swap to Greg or Clairvoyance, you shoot a couple of times, you apply the analysis master debuff, and then go back to devotion, apply it. The debuff lasts 10 seconds, so you shoot, you can do like, you shoot, you swap to devotion, to the Clairvoyance, you keep shooting, swap, and you just like swap back when the debuff goes down. As you can see, debuff is down, you apply it, and then you shoot. You can shoot for 10 seconds, you have a lot of time to shoot. You can shoot like 2 mans, you can fit, for instance, even longer. I'm not even aiming, I don't care. But yeah, as you can see, like it's pretty easy. So as a third weapon, I will definitely bring Afterglow. The reason why is because with the Strengthen for Shot, which gives you 200% more damage after you reload. You can combine this with Ambush, which gives you 100%. So like you're already sitting on a 300% more damage on your first shot. So what you do is like you go invis, you reload your sniper, you throw the third ability, and now you're doing 7.2. So if you need to hit like the weak point for to break a shoulder, or to do the mechanic, or to like break the, you know, the thing in the back, the purple like piston tube, whatever you want to call it, in the back, some Colossi have like Executioner, Pyromaniac, whatever, or the Dead Bride ones, all that stuff. This is very strong for. So the problem with Sharen is that her only viable kit is this one. That's the only reason why you would use the character. I mean, you can take it off and yeah, use the stun version, so you just keep the enemies stunned to farm or whatever like you're trying to farm. But yeah, that's it. You also have the Overcharged build, which basically just is, you do the loop where you go invis, reload, shoot Afterglow, go invis, reload, shoot Afterglow. But in my opinion, it's not enough damage to keep up with the ease of use of the Greg or Enduring Legacy. And also another reason is because it's bad, is because these are special rounds or general rounds, and they're very easy to come by even in Colossi fight from the mobs. Instead, the heavy weapons, the sniper, it's super, like you only get just a few of them, and you don't even get as many from the mobs. They're not as common as the other ammo types, so you're gonna run out of this very quickly. So if you don't insta kill the boss, this build here is completely useless. So I don't think it's even worth running. I have it because like I'm trying to maybe like one tap a commander, or I'm trying to farm something. I have it, but I think it needs way more damage and a better ammo situation, like economy, to make this viable. Another build that I've tried is to use her abilities. So I'm gonna spam her first ability and fourth. The problem is, again, the damage is good, but you will see in a second, but it's too clunky. The fourth ability is really nice, as you can see. Invis, third ability, I'm spamming left click. Like, look how long it takes to to shoot and go off. And also the cooldown is a problem. I have the cooldown maxed out. Cooldown here. Cooldown pretty much is everywhere I could. I'm missing a mod for some reason. But it's 12 seconds. And it takes way too long to use. Literally, like look at this. By this time that I'm shooting it, like I'm dead. Another reason why it's bad is because like in order to do a lot of damage, we need like most of the slots. I could definitely get rid of these two mods, which are the weakest ones, and put more HP. So I could have like 6-7k, but in my opinion, like it's still too clunky to use and not enough damage. You could definitely you could use the first ability, which is much stronger. Look at this, 2.4, 500k of electrocution, so it hits 3 times. So I literally just did 2.4 plus 1.5, it's 4 million almost, if you hit all crits, obviously, which is pretty good. And this is enough damage to kill pretty much anything. There is not a Colossus, obviously. But the damage is good, but again, like I'm getting close quarters, and it's very close range. So like we're gonna be squishy to do a lot of if we want to do a lot of damage. It's not bad, but I think it could be much better. And it's not even close to builds like Freyna or like Viessa or like any other build that has abilities that they are like from range, and it's just like they do the same damage but from like further away, and you don't need to be in close quarters. So you don't need also as much as damage investment to have that amount of damage. The reason why I'm not using these two mods, I want to talk about it real quick, is because they have the same problem. What this does basically turns this into like a beam wave, as you can see. It's like a wave that you can shoot. It goes in a reaction. It's pretty nice. This doesn't have any range mods on it, range or anything. I don't have range here, so it's pretty good. But the problem is that it takes off all the skill power. As you can see, when I put it on, the skill power modifier is 230. I take it off, 800%. So I go from 2.4 million on the hit to 780k. Like I'm losing 2/3 of the damage, and this is not enough to kill stuff, or at least like not in a proper way. So I think they should definitely get rid of the skill power change. This one here instead, the fourth one, this has the same problem. Skill power here 131%. I take it off, 222. So it's a lot again. You're losing like 80% damage. And you're also losing, if you see the skill effect, now we're locking onto 20 targets instead of 10. And you go like, yeah, good, no? I mean, it's good if you are trying to make a build to add clear with, like for mobbing, which to be honest, it is. But I don't think you need as many targets to lock on. There are not as many targets in rooms. I mean, maybe it depends, but you're losing a dagger, like on the same target. Now the max daggers that you can hit on a target is 2 instead of 3. As you can see, 3. So I still think like it's not bad, but in my opinion, the problem is still like the clunkiness of the fourth ability. Like it's way too clunky. It takes too long to fire and to activate. So I don't think it's viable. I think they just need to speed up the animation, give it a little bit more damage, a little bit more range, stuff like this, like speed and stuff, and then we can have a talk. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and that's basically my overview on Sharen. I think yeah, she's like a great character, but she could definitely shine a little bit more, especially if the content gets harder, because you need a more like a stun, or you would need a more debuff on any scenario, not just a Colossus fight. So yeah, this is gonna be what I'm gonna bring into my Deathstalker day one. Deathstalker is weak to electric, don't forget, because it's a toxic boss. So this build here is gonna make everyone do crazy amount of damage, because you're gonna be stacking up on electric damage. So yeah, make sure to use Sharen. It's a good fit for this boss. So thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Comment what you think about the Sharen, what do you think about my builds, and if you're gonna use them in the next boss. I'm gonna drop the video of the new boss fight at day one with the guide also, and a bunch of speed kills, and updating with hopefully some changes soon. So yeah, I'll see you in the next